losses and 2 draws. He has 18 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the hard-charging world rank contender, introducing Angel Tashiro Fierro. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue trunks with white trim, hailing from Mexico City, La Ciudad de Mexico. He weighed in at 138.6 pounds. His record stands at 26 wins, 3 losses and 1 draw, with 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the popular, all-action, former WBA super lightweight champion of the world, Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Once again, our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Alan Huggins.
Gentlemen, you've both been given your instructions. Obey my command at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Anything from here on up is good. From here on up is good. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Alan Huggins, the referee. The latest chapter of Mexico versus Mexico. Mano versus Mano, about to be authored here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Isaac Pitbull Cruz, Angel Fierro, fighting for the commemorative Aztec Warrior Championship. These promise to display more heart than Le Jour de l'Amour coming up later this month. And here we go.
Buckle your seatbelts for this one. And already they're getting after it.
Where's that feeling out process, Abner?
Never from Cruz. He's the type of guy that's just get a pressure, relentless pressure, body work, just volume. And Fierro, Fierro said, hey, I'm going to sit in the pocket as well.
That's the way. That's the only way Fierro knows. He told us, I'm going to go full force, straight ahead. And he said it's going to come down to who's better conditioned. Let's see if they even get out of this first round with the way Pitbull's unloading power shots.
I believe the jab will be ignored so much that it will develop abandonment issues in this fight, you guys. And yet, honestly, in talking to people, if Isaac Cruz were to establish an up-and-down jab, he might have more success. But we know what Isaac Cruz is all about. 1 gear forward.
Yeah, I like that. Cruz, he always fights slow and compact, and that's what makes it so hard to be hit. That's what prevented Tank Davis to land punches as well. He's a small guy as it is, and he bends those knees. He gets in low. Speaking of Cruz.
See Cruz digging in deep with those left hands to the body. For as big as Fierro is, you see the height advantage, the nearly 7-inch reach advantage. We never expected that to be part of his game plan, and it's not. This is toe-to-toe fighting.
Oh, beautiful right hand from Cruz. As an uppercut, a straight punch and body work.
Cruz has never been knocked down as a professional. Fierro's been down twice. Counter right hand in the first round, right hook in the second against Alberto Machado. But that was a fight that Fierro came back to win, and you were there.
He came to Puerto Rico on 6 days' notice and got up off the canvas twice to deliver the big knockout win. That's the attitude that Fierro brings to the ring. Whatever you want to say about his skill set, he comes to the fight, Abner.
Oh, yeah. Does he ever? Yeah, he possesses power in both hands. But again, he's getting hit a lot.
We're in the final minute of this round, and already Cruz has thrown 64 punches. Fierro's thrown 59. This year marks the 700th anniversary of really where the seeds were planted for Mexico City, and of course the Mexican fan base really coursing through this entire sport, Brian. Nice counter right hook by Cruz.
That Mexican fan base has long been the backbone of boxing. And you heard that ovation for Pitbull with that honest style. They're letting it go early on.
Every punch being thrown with bad intentions. Fierro counters with a combination upstairs. Wow, man.
What a round.
What a round is right.
Very good, very good. Listen, we're working good. With more jab. And then the straight to the body and then come back up. Okay? But relax, relax. Everything's coming out good. Don't leave that body open. Work the jab, jab, and straight right hand to the body. Okay?
From the opening bell, Cruz and Fierro, they went from 0 to 100 real quick.
I love that. That was a beautiful exchange from both of us. A lot more from Pitbull Cruz, obviously. The volume, the placement of punches. And here's the right hand, straight right hand to the chin. Great chin from Fierro, even though he stumbled there. He lost his balance. But all Pitbull Cruz in the first round.
Mexican-style boxing. The fearless aggression, the relentless pressure. The heart, the guts, the determination. Round one, it was Pitbull Cruz landing 42 of 77 punches, while Fierro, 24 of 78. So while they threw the same amount, it was Cruz doubling them up in connections.
Big left hook from Cruz there again.
Oh, another left hook upstairs by Cruz.
And I was just going to say that in the last round, I like what Fierro did in the last second, which was counterpunch. And that's what he needs to do against Cruz. Use that jab and counterpunch. Wait for Cruz to make mistakes.
Almost
and to open up.
of Cruz's power connects were body punches. Cruz going upstairs, sweeping left hook, right hand, just stalking.
There was a feeling coming in that Fierro might have the punching advantage. He's been at 140 longer, but Cruz is backing him up with big shots in the early going.
Yeah, Fierro forced to fight off the back foot.
There's a beautiful jab, body work, straight jab, but again.
Two left hooks to the liver by Cruz, the right hand, short right by Fierro.
That would seem like he wanted to go down right there, Fierro, with a body shot. Yeah.
Midway through the second. Almost punch by Cruz, and culminates that combination with a chopping right hand upstairs.
That was definitely the definition of a bolo punch, how he threw it.
Sugar Ray, baby, Sugar Ray!
Fierro's taking his power shots well, though. Look, this is a Tijuana kid. He's had Eric Morales as a mentor from the beginning of his career. At one point, Morales trained him, and you have to understand, these are the fights Fierro prefers to be in.
Left hook to the body by Fierro. And now he goes to the body, but not as much power behind his punches that we've seen from Cruz thus far. Cruz, beautiful. Lead left hook to the body, right hand upstairs.
Beautifully placed right by Cruz. Again, he takes 1 or 2 to place 4 or 5. Speaking of Cruz.
What did we say at the top of the telecast? The Mexican style of boxing, the willingness to take one.
That's a good one.
Gotta love the combination punching here from Pitbull early on, taking the fight right to Fierro.
And there's a jab!
The overhand rights from Cruz are just there. Fierro's pulling straight back with his head up.
Lead right up. Combination by Fierro backing up. That might have been his best combination of the fight.
But there's always an answer by Cruz. You're working good. Where's the Vaseline? Listen, the only thing you're doing wrong, you got to work in the inside. A little bit more in the inside. You already worked them, but now the inside.
Chef Cruz is beginning to cook with those left hooks to the body. Imagine that. Mexican fighters going to the body, Abner.
How weird. How weird is that? That left hook. Always ending with the left hook, starting to the body by Cruz, but those overhand lefts, beautiful. Just bending his knees and this powerful left hooks. I don't know how Fierro's still standing up. He caught 2 or 3 left hooks to the chin.
And there is, those combinations, there is a lane for the counter right down the middle, Brian. Cruz is throwing some wide combinations as well.
One thing about Fierro, though, as we saw in those replays, if he doesn't start returning that right hand back to its defensive base after throwing it, Cruz is going to time him all night with that hook.
Yeah, he's trying to counter-punch Fierro, but again, Cruz is just too aggressive. He always has to respond after a combination from Fierro.
Cruz continues to walk down Fierro. Goes to the body. Uppercut on the inside lands for Cruz.
And those are the inside punches that the corner was asking for.
Nice 1-2 through the guard by Cruz. Fierro, like Brian said, there's a right hand, but fewer and farther between here. There's a right uppercut by Fierro, able to escape off the ropes, but on his back foot. And this is where Cruz wants his opponents, on the back foot, feeling the pressure, both physically and mentally.
Indeed. Fierro still believed, though, coming in that he could outlast Cruz in this fight. He trained at altitude in Toluca, Mexico in preparation for this. Let's see whether he can make the type of adjustments to keep Cruz off of him.
Yeah, he talked about that conditioning. He's been saying it, and he's going to need it because Cruz is going to be in your face all 12 rounds. 10 rounds, I'm sorry.
I've ever wondered why Cruz is such a popular fighter with such a big fan base. It's because of this honest, aggressive style.
Coming up on the midway point of the third, and there's a wild punch by Cruz, missing with the right hand. But Fierro unable to sit down on his punches, unable to really get set because of that pressure. And there gets clipped with a sweeping right hand upstairs. Fierro trying to utilize the jab, trying to utilize lateral movement. But it's wave after wave of the Cruz attack. He is in Cruz control, but that doesn't mean that he's just taking it easy. Cruz control means it's a completely different thing when it's Isak Pitbull Cruz.
No doubt. We question whether Fierro would use that reach advantage. Cruz is not even giving him a chance to by crowding him with those short hooks inside. Oh, big right hand from Fierro.
Yes, Fierro comes back. And there lands another right, and here we go, toe-to-toe with the fans expected.
Look at that backbone of Fierro firing back, give and take.
Uppercut party. There ain't no party like an uppercut party, because an uppercut party don't stop, and here we go. A pitched battle in round 3. Fierro and Fuego. Fierro mounting a comeback. Another right hand lands, but Cruz fights back. Tremendous stuff with 15 seconds left in round 3.
Fierro's corner is urging him to take advantage here.
Uppercuts aplenty. What an exchange. What a round. Viva Mexico.
Wow.
Relax, relax.
Yeah, right.
He's tired already. When you touch him, don't take too long to counterpunch. You gotta do the jab. Straight punches. Those are the punches that are landing. And the uppercuts. Listen, you touch him already. He's hurt.
All right, let us go back to what transpired in that thrilling third round. And here are the shots, Brian, that caught Cruz, messed with his equilibrium off the tempo.
And this is Fierro punching with his back to the ropes in the corner, taking big punishment, but willing to come back and deliver it. He got Cruz's attention for sure. That
Definitely did. That right hand over and over, and then he sweeps it as an uppercut.
All right, round number 4 and round 3. Fierro outlanded Cruz 27-21. The first round that Fierro has outlanded Cruz. We remember that Fierro got off the canvas twice in the against Alberto Machado and stopped him. He got hurt by Pitbull early in this fight, but now he's beginning to turn the tide.
Definitely is. We talked about the conditioning, the willingness, the heart, and obviously both fighters showing it, but a lot more from Fierro because he's the one taking the punches, but giving a lot more back too.
Yeah, Abner, you have to forgive me. My Spanish is not that great, but big huevos, okay? On both sides of the ring
Spanglish. No doubt from Fierro showing guts.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Looked like Pitbull was possibly hurt by those right hands last round, but he did take it well. His legs are back under him as they continue to get back to business here.
Cruz winding up with that right hand. Flashes a stiff jab, but Fierro backed up to the ropes. Oh, and the head clash. Accidental clash of heads, but when you're a diminutive-sized fighter like Cruz coming in at 5'4", and we've seen it in the past, he leads with his head. Has a tendency to lead with his head.
Yeah, he does. He's a smaller guy, always leading with the head. Corner telling him to keep him with the jab, the distance. And he's
Body shots by Cruz.
You wonder whether those body shots could eventually slow Fierro's attack, but they're back to head hunting here.
Oh, left hand clip Fierro.
But be careful, because every time that Cruz does that, he creates an opening for the uppercut, for the inside punches that Fierro can land. Less
than a minute remaining in the fourth, and they have already combined to throw 500 punches. Cruz outlanding Fierro 107 to 85, but we've seen Fierro come up, especially in that last round, with the first round that he outlanded Cruz, and right now hanging tough with him here in the fourth frame.
Well, it's hard to compare Fierro.
Oh, wow!
It's hard to compare Fierro to a Hall of Famer like Morales, but one thing about Eric Morales, when you hit him, he wanted to get that receipt back right away. You're seeing that same spirit out of Fierro.
Yeah, we are definitely. When Guerrero hit him, he'll come back with a combination of his own. And that's what we're seeing tonight against these two fighters.
To the body, Fierro goes upstairs with a combination. Punches in bunches. Many of them landing flush.
Oh, let them cook, Mo. Let them cook.
And speaking of Mexican style, guess what's still to come tonight in the main event? David Benavidez on the cusp of superstardom. Hey, there's baby Anthony. He's got his own Instagram page already showing off his boxing skills. There's his partner, Karina. David Benavidez undefeated at 29-0 with 24 knockouts. A two-time champ at 168. The youngest champion at 168 at 20, just like Mike Tyson when he was heavyweight champion, the youngest ever at 20. Benavidez has been calling out Canelo, moved up to light heavyweight, comes off a win over former lineal champion, Olympic medalist Alexander Gvozdyk, and tonight he is going to face another unbeaten fighter in David Morrell. Benavidez versus Morrell in what is a mouth-watering grudge match, and you know Benavidez is going to try to land punches like this.
We're going to see the right hand from Pitbull Cruz. Beautiful. Right in the chin. Almost draw Fierro with that right hand.
All right, guys, this is just the fifth round, and the stats are growing exponentially, and they continue to invest to the body and just looking to record the knockout. Both of them want this to end before the final bell.
See that focused body attack this round from Pitbull, but he's getting countered with the right hand by Fierro.
There was a good right hand upstairs by Pitbull. Leads with the right like Benavidez does, and went downstairs with a left hook to the liver. Right uppercut misses for Cruz. Nice combination from Fierro.
Really good. Oof. Beautiful overhand right from Fierro as well.
Pitbull landed a career-best 39 power shots in round one, and his power connects well. They have dropped each round down to 18 only in round four, Brian.
Fierro certainly working his way back into the fight. He's got the respect of Cruz, and this is becoming the mano-a-mano fight we all signed up for coming in.
We talked about how comfortable he is.
Looked like Cruz led with his head right there.
Is there an echo here? The headline likes to lead with his head. And being warned by the referee for doing so. And, well, again, we talk about styles making fights, but Cruz, he landed 114 punches through 4 rounds tonight. Against Valenzuela, he landed 118 total, you guys. We are through the midway point of the 5th round of the fight, and now Cruz connecting on Fierro. Corralled him in the corner momentarily.
You can tell that Cruz is throwing every punch with power, so, I mean, I wonder how long he's going to last, you know, throwing those punches. Is he going to tire out?
Another right hand lands for Cruz upstairs. Fierro beginning to miss, but beginning to slow down in his rhythm as well.
No question about it. And we can talk about Cruz being such an honest fighter. He was honest about that Valenzuela loss. He said, I didn't underestimate him at all. It was just a rough night. Sometimes you look awesome, but that night, he just wasn't on his game to the level he expected.
Yeah, and styles make fights. Obviously, Valenzuela's style was just too brilliant that night. A lot of movement, but definitely not the case tonight against Fierro. Fierro's right there, giving us a great fight, standing toe-to-toe against Cruz.
Counter right hand just misses for Fierro. Leads with the right hook and scores upstairs. There's a clipping right hand by Cruz. Cruz just 25 years old. Fierro just 26 yet to enter their physical primes, but at the lower weights, we know those primes don't last long.
Especially when someone like Pitbull turning pro at age 16.
Combination culminating with a left hook upstairs by Cruz.
See, you're doing really good. Straight right and left. Now.
Okay, thank you, sir. Necesitamos trabajar. Ya te dije, nada más haz caso.
Now we gotta work. I already told you, just listen. The jab, upstairs, downstairs, and then straight right hand. When you do it, trust me, you're gonna knock him down.
All right, well, Esau Cruz definitely doesn't discriminate. He'll give you the right, and of course, he'll follow up with the left, and a lot of power shots on display here tonight in Las Vegas, just like that.
That's the perfect example of what the corner wanted. Jab upstairs, jab downstairs, and the straight right hand. A beautiful left hook against Fierro. But then again, we talked about how comfortable Fierro was at this weight class. He's a big guy, so he's absorbing these punches really well so far.
You know what? If you land 40% of your power punches, it's a good night at the office. If you land 50%, it's a great night. Cruz is landing 53% of his power punches. A sensational night thus far for the diminutive Dynamo. And our unofficial score, Larry Hazard, has Fierro trailing by 3 points on his scorecard. He gave Cruz the first 2 rounds. Fierro coming on.
Yeah, exactly. Coming on as far as putting pressure now in this round, Fierro. Despite him taking punches, now it's him trying to move Cruz back.
Fierro just doesn't go away as he turns the tables on Pitbull here.
Pitbull on the ropes momentarily. The jab from Fierro, long distance, and trying to establish the proper range for Fierro with that reach advantage. Mid-range, doesn't want to get too close.
Well, we questioned, is it a reach advantage if you don't use it? He's got 6.5 inches. You're seeing a little bit of that as he fights from middle distances.
But he's still in distance to eat the counter from the guy with the reach disadvantage. There's a couple of left hooks, make that 3-4, and Fierro unloading. Good block by Fierro, brought out the left hand just in the nick of time to block that right from Cruz. Things getting a little wild for Isak Pitbull Cruz here in the 6th as we begin the second half of this 10-rounder at 140. For the commemorative Aztec Warrior belt, we got a couple of guerreros inside the ring tonight.
Do we ever? And speaking of guerreros, Fierro kind of resembles Morales. He talked about Morales being his mentor, and look at him, he's pushing him back, the way he's moving his hands as well. He resembles Morales, no doubt.
May not have the same exact skill set, but he certainly brings that power, that ferociousness, and this is some of Fierro's best work since late in round 3 when he rallied to take that from Cruz.
Right uppercut, and of course, when you talk about guerreros, you got to mention the greatest ever, Eddie. A minute left here in the 6th. Rest in power, my man. No rest for Cruz and Fierro, that's for sure. Conditioning is paramount. I was talking to a trainer, didn't want to be identified, but he said, you know what would really help Cruz if he would just step to the right or left and throw punches once in a while instead of just squaring up and coming forward. But I mean, hey, the recipe is there and it tastes pretty good for Cruz thus far in his career. Less than 30 seconds left here in the 6th.
Yeah, obviously there's always room for improvement, but if it works, keep doing it. And so far it's always worked for Cruz.
Good round here, though, for Fierro overall.
Another great round of action. Cruz versus Fierro, an all-Mexican pitched battle.
And we're doing really good.
Ya te dije.
I told you already.
Yo sé que estás bien. Confías
I know you're good.
en la pinche condición que traes.
I have confidence in the condition you have. I want you to push him now. Push him back.
Tranquilo, respira.
Relax, breathe. Water, please.
Tranquilo, tranquilo.
Relax, relax.
Sí, váyamelo. Échamelo. Échale
All right,
agua.
pour water on his head.
Hey, en este quiero que salgas con actitud. Okay.
In this round, I want attitude.
En este quiero que salgas con actitud.
I want attitude in this round. Press him. Okay?
Bájense ya todos.
All right, everybody, get out.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Hey, listen.
Ya está, güey. Ya está dado.
He's there. He's there. He's ready.
Ya está dado. Okay.
He's done.
Ya está dado, mijo.
He's done.
Ya está dado, mijo.
My mouthpiece.
Agachadito cuando se te está pegado.
Round number 7, scheduled for 10 in the 140-pound weight division. Unofficial score, Larry Hazard gave the last round to Fierro. It's now 58-56 through 6 on his unofficial scorecard for Cruz, so things are getting closer.
Right, and I can see what the game plan was now just by listening to the corner. Tire out Cruz. He said, this is the second half of the fight. Push him back now. It's your turn. Push him back. And he did that in the last round, speaking of Fierro.
The last round, round 6, those 15 punches that Cruz landed, fight low for the former champ. Fierro landed him 23-15 in the 6th frame through 77 punches compared to Cruz's 60. But, man, Cruz has a huge advantage when it comes to body shots, Brian.
No question about it. He made that investment early on, although you saw a good counter uppercut there from Fierro. He was able to get that extension when they fight on the inside there.
Yeah. He's fighting low now. I like that about Fierro. He's not standing up straight. He's fighting low and trying to get those uppercuts in. And he's pushing him back. You want to do that against Cruz, yeah.
You can hear it from Fierro's corner. They believe Cruz is slowing down.
Minute and a half left here in the 7th stanza. Fierro avoiding that sweeping left hook and lands the jab. Cruz commits to the body again, but Fierro remains active up top, landing shots to the head.
Yeah, a lot of catch and shoot from Fierro and making Cruz miss a lot.
But definitely a deceleration for both fighters in terms of their offense here in the 7th. A minute left.
Good body shot there from Cruz.
Nice. Another body shot. Good combination by Fierro, the referee, much to the consternation of Fierro's corner, saying, come on, that was on the bell line.
That was good.
Double jab from Fierro, right uppercut misses. Wow, is that a jab from Cruz?
I think that was allowed in this fight.
There's a counter right hand that landed for Fierro.
Interesting, though, Fierro told us this week he feels like Pitbull overlooked him. You know, there were rumors that Pitbull was in talks of a possible Ryan Garcia fight, and he felt he'd been overlooked, and he's fighting that way up to this point.
So good personal, he said. Be alert, be alert. We need to keep working. Keep hurting him. Work to the body. Keep working the body. That's what's going to make it better for you. Don't give him the initiative. Be first. Don't let him get out first. That's what the judges are going to see, that he's going in the fight. You be first.
Si se está agachando de más, ya le dije al juez, se está agachando aquí, entonces levántalo.
And throw the uppercut. If he goes low, if he's leaning down, I want the uppercut.
Okay, entonces.
Get him in the inside. So listen, if he goes down, I want the uppercut. Just pick him up with the uppercut.
All right, guys, you ready for this? As we begin round 8, Fierro has landed more punches against Pitbull, 154 and counting, than any previous Pitbull opponent in his 12 previous fights, tracked by CompuBox. The previous high was 153. By the way, this is just round 8, scheduled for 10. Cruz wanted a fight.
He got one, yeah.
Remember, this is Cruz's bounce back from that Valenzuela fight. He wanted to send a big message. He may be getting an edge when it comes to rounds, but Fierro just isn't going anywhere.
And he's closing the gap in terms of total connects as well as Fierro.
And even myself, I'm not going to lie, I saw Fierro fight and I said, you know what, this is tailor-made for Cruz.
And it is.
Yeah, he's right in front of him, but again, not easy, and he's still in the fight. Fierro doing his own work.
But when you have the first ever, and again, as you know me, I mean, sanctioning bodies give out belts like Costco gives out food samples, but in terms of the commemorative Aztec Warrior Championship belt, especially when you honor a guy like Israel Vasquez, and for my money, the first 3 fights between Vasquez and Rafael Marquez, maybe the greatest trilogy that I've ever witnessed. I know there was a quadrology there, but in this fight, these two are living up to the symbolism of that belt, Brian.
And no doubt, this was about honoring the Mexican heritage. These two are certainly doing that, and then some at this point.
Wow, great body work. We get great fight. 2 Mexican warriors going at it, toe-to-toe. Fierro, Cruz. Great body work from Cruz right there.
If you notice, every time Cruz lands a big hook, you get a 3-punch combination immediately after from Fierro. You have to wonder how the judges are going to be scoring these exchanges.
Final minute of the 8th. The way they're attacking each other is the way you would expect keyboard warriors to hit those keys as they're in the comment section, drinking that haterade.
The haterade.
Nobody reads the comments, do they?
No, of course not. Plenty of comments, I'm sure, are being made online about this fight, however, because Cruz and Fierro have already crashed. They've combined to throw over 1,000 punches, and we have yet to hit round 9. Oh, the left hook lands for Cruz upstairs. Fierro continues to throw back.
Every straight punch that Fierro threw landed.
What a fight.
Don't get on top of him. Don't lean forward. I told you, you gotta be first. Don't give him the initiative. I told you that. Don't let that happen.
¿Quiere volver a pelear donde mismo? Hay que echarle, mijo. Okay.
You gotta give it to him.
Inteligente. Uppers, ganchos al hígado.
Intelligent, uppercuts, body shots.
Okay, pero quiero que lo eche para enfrente, güey.
Okay, but I want you to push him. Push him.
Okay, por favor.
Someone who would love this fight and who chronicled with his pugilistic prose so many legendary battles during a legendary career is the one and only Michael Katz, who recently passed away. Our condolences go to his family and friends. Rest in peace, Michael Katz. But there is no peace here between Cruz and Fierro. Round 9, and in the last round, guys, you ready for this? Fierro landed a fight-high 28 punches. So he is closing the gap. How much has he closed the gap? According to our unofficial score, Larry Hazard, this fight is now deadlocked. High drama in Sim City.
Cruz has certainly met his match in Fierro, who won't let him breathe as they continue to go toe-to-toe. Remember, Cruz got off to a very aggressive start.
Yes, he did.
Will that slow him down at the end? It doesn't look like it at this moment.
No, he's always going to be trying, speaking of Cruz, always pushing forward. But again, not the same relentless power punches from Cruz.
Total punches through 9 rounds, Fierro and Cruz. Cruz has landed 202 of 502. So he has the edge in total punches landed. And of course, in boxing, every round scored individually. 10-point must system. There's a right hook that lands upstairs for Cruz.
Those are the eye-catching catching punches, yeah.
Cruz has the pop. Nice right uppercut, left hook combo from Fierro. Goes to the body, getting a little wild, getting a little scrappy. Fierro's thrown 637 punches.
And he does not appear to be slowing down one bit.
26 years of age, his 28th professional fight. 23 wins, 18 knockouts.
It's at the Luca, Mexico high altitude where he was training Fierro.
Well, at the weigh-in, they stared into each other's souls. We are watching them try to steal each other's souls in this scintillating scrap. Wow, lead left hook by Cruz catches Fierro on the chin.
Whether or not Fierro can ultimately pull off this upset, from the very beginning when this fight was announced, he's acted like he belongs in this ring across from Cruz.
We've talked about thrilling trilogies, Mexico versus Mexico. We could be seeing another one begin right here tonight.
I wouldn't mind watching it again. Let's get a rematch. Let's see how it ends. So.
Give and take. Big left hand.
Big left hand and the big right hand by Cruz. And now again, just standing in front of each other, swinging with bad intentions. Oh, he gets clipped, but still standing. Let's listen to this crowd. Coming up on the final 3 minutes of what has definitely lived up to the hype. Hype, can you say Fight of the Year candidate? I knew you could.
He's done, he's done, he's dead. Remember I told you? I want more.
How much
I want
more?
guts. Inside, inside. I want you to close this fight. Intelligent, though. I want you to close right. You got the capacity. You can do this. Do it, please. Listen, I know you can do it. I know you can. This is the last round. This is the last round. I know you want it. I want you to close it.
Tech Warriors, let's cheer them on. They enter the center of the ring. Round 10.
The commemorative Aztec Warrior Championship belt on the line. Two blood and guts warriors ready to do it for the 10th and final round. Isa Cruz and Hel Fierro have been in fuego.
Well, to notice, Cruz could not miss in the final minute last round with those big counter left hooks. Fierro still leaving that right hand down on the exchanges.
And Fierro is coming on in the second half of this fight, guys. He is now unofficially ahead on Larry Hazard's scorecard.
Is he ever? He's closing this fight. He's closing this round. My God, what a fight.
High drama as anticipated.
Look at this. Look at this.
Taking their breath away, taking our breath away. How incredible is it when a fight that is billed as a Fight of the Year candidate delivers and then some?
Two warriors not willing to take a backward step.
No, and they won't. They definitely won't, especially in this last round, knowing that this round might be the decisive round. Either way, they got to close the show.
Big left hand from Cruz once again.
Uppercut by Cruz, but Fierro overextending there. But see when he gets close, Cruz is landing. Cruz's hands are down.
Fierro still looks like the fresher fighter here.
He does, throwing a lot more, landing a lot more. Fierro in this round, pushing Cruz back.
Any time is the right time for a Wu-Tang Clan reference. These two are bringing the ruckus. And Raekwon, the chef, a huge boxing fan, he's watching these two cook. Launching an attack. Fierro standing his ground.
What heart from Cruz to rally big here in the final 30 seconds.
Bigger heart for Fierro to continue to fight this fight.
A visceral display of courage, skill, and determination that defines the essence of not only Mexican boxing, but